Daddy dropper, cause on my mama we get busy. Another man down in my city. Brody chopper got a red dot and some titties. I ain't with the drama. I'm just tryna touch a milli. I'm a addy dropper, cause on my mama we get busy. Plug pull up with the pack and I ain't even bust it down. Couple minutes on my phone, I promise I'm gon' get it gone. I stay solid, I get caught, I'm fighting till they sit me down. You get caught, you singing like a nigga in the studio. Brody sold the whip for 1,000 cause we just slid in it. I really make a house call, fuck if your kids in it. Been through some shit that's why my heart too froze. You ain't living what you rapping in a studio. You get your noodle blown, fucking with the opposition. My brother making decisions on anybody that's dissing. With the quickness, I'ma make a decision. I'm on a mission. You tripping, thinking we missing. I'm shooting up with precision. Red beam on the barrel to give myself some assistance. My brother come through like sniper, he knock you off from a distance. Big foe with no foe, I'm balling just like a piston. We get the... Damn, heard it's another man down in my city. Brody chopper got a red dot and some titties. I ain't with the drama. I'm just tryna touch a milli. I'm a addy dropper, cause on my mama we get busy. Another man down in my city. Brody chopper got a red dot and some titties. I ain't with the drama. I'm just tryna touch a milli. I'm a addy dropper, cause on my mama we get busy. Plug pull up with the pack and I ain't even bust it down. Couple minutes on my phone, I promise I'm gon' get it gone. I stay solid, I get caught, I'm fighting till they sit me down. You get caught, you singing like a nigga in the studio. Brody sold the whip for 1,000 cause we just slid in it. I really make a house call, fuck if your kids in it. Been through some shit that's why my heart too froze. You ain't living what you rapping in a studio. You get your noodle blown, fucking with the opposition. My brother making decisions on anybody that's dissing. With the quickness, I'ma make a decision. I'm on a mission. You tripping, thinking we missing. I'm shooting up with precision. Red beam on the barrel to give myself some assistance. My brother come through like sniper, he knock you off from a distance. Big foe with no foe, I'm balling just like a piston.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is the El Nino Podcast. I'm Eladio Nino, and this is Real Everyday People. So, been a busy week, man. Been a busy week, but a fun week. Memorial Day was the shit. Went to Silver Lake. Was it Silver Lake? Yeah, Silver Lake over there in Pinckney, Michigan. Went to the beach with the family. Had a great time. Loved it. Been soaking up the sun. Love it. You know, summer is here. Just went to the Grand Prix with the family. Went downtown. Actually, Friday and Saturday, I was doing the tours. I was driving the tour bus around Corktown. Shout out to my man Bob at McShane's and the Corktown Business Association. It was a great experience for me to be able to do the tour bus for the Grand Prix. I met a lot of good people. And, they were generous and gave me some tips, too. So, was grateful for that. But Memorial Day has been a good weekend, man. Downtown been slapping. Everything been good, man. And I hope everybody was safe. So today I have a guest, man, and this guest is a dear brother to me, is a good friend to me. He's been a big part of my life since I was younger, and I'm happy to have him here, and it means the world to me for him to be able to come here and share his story. This brother was he was a pillar in our community, very influential. He was one of the leaders in our community in my time, and so I'm grateful for you guys to be able to hear his story. Welcome, my brother Brutus, man. Bro. What's going on, brother?
You,
man, dog. Appreciate you coming here,
man.
Man, I love it, bro. It's an honor, you know what I'm saying? And I love it, bro. I love to see where we at today, man. Knowing where we come from, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So tell the little people a little bit about yourself, man. Where you from? Where you grew up? You know what I mean?
Born and raised in Southwest Detroit. Born in a house on Amherst and Junction.
Okay.
Was named after two ambulance drivers that my dad named me. After two ambulance drivers that came after I was born.
Okay. All right. So, you got siblings? Are you
two brothers and 7 half sisters and brothers.
Dang, you got that's a whole tribe.
Yeah, for sure.
You got a whole tribe, man.
Yes,
so tell me, what was it like growing up, bro, with all them siblings, living in the neighborhood at that time? Like, what was life like for you, man, growing up as a child?
Well, it was always, to me, I loved it because it was always family together. When I grew up, we was poor, so we always had my grandmas, my aunties, my older cousins, and to raise us, my mom, she did everything she can. So the only jobs they had back in the day was bars. So my older cousins and brothers raised me. So our house was like the party house. So
Okay. All right.
you know, so it was just always grew up like a big
A lot
family.
of people.
We was tight. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. 70s, 80s, we was real tight. So that's probably how I got the you know, the connection of always being together and always, you know, be there for each other no
Yes,
matter what.
yes.
you know.
Because a lot of us come from big families, you know what I'm
sure.
saying? Like my grandma and grandpa, they had 9 kids, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, and then all they kids. So people don't believe it when I tell them, man, I got 100 cousins in Southwest, you know what I'm saying? Like we 100 deep all day. I no matter which direction I go in, I got a family member that lives somewhere, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And, you know, back in the days, for everybody being poor, they was not playing. They was having lots of kids. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, and you ain't lying because not you, but a lot of other brothers that was brothers of ours. A lot of our enemies or guys that I got into with, beat up or shot at, first thing they're like, so-and-so's my cousin. I don't want no problem. They'll drop names, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's, you know, Southwest is so small. So, it's funny. I always got a kick out of that.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. And, you know, so it kind of builds a network for you, though. You know what I mean? And, you know, even, you know, a support system. Like they say, we're raised by a village, you know?
Yeah.
And, you know, but, you know, it's what the village is made of, you know? You become a product of that.
Definitely,
You know,
definitely.
so growing up with the traditions of just, you know, family unity, I can relate because that's how my mother's house was. You know what I'm saying? Like, I swear it was like all purpose. You know, my mom used to rent rooms out to the Mexicans when they used to come down from Texas. They used to work in the suburbs and shit and do roofing and concrete. So she rent the rooms out to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it was like an orphanage. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that ran away from home or got kicked out of home, they came, they stayed at the house, stayed in the basement. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that was hungry, they could come pull up. You know what I'm saying? My mom just cooked for the whole neighborhood every day. You know what I'm saying? And
Still does.
yeah, and still does. You know, she always breaking bread with her tamales and everything. That's one thing, man. Shout out to my mom, man. I love my mother
Love
so
your mom.
much, man. She's
she's
one of the best people I know, man. And I ain't just saying that because that's my mother, but I sit back and I admire her and watch her work. You know what I'm saying? And I love the fact that there's so much of her that is inside of me. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
for sure.
And learning to understand myself helps me understand my mother more. You know what I mean? But you know, and there's a lot of mothers, bro. You know what I'm saying? Who we grew
My
up
mom
with in
was
the
my best
neighborhood.
friend, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I remember there was a time that the police come looking for me for a whole bunch of stuff. And the police told her, hey, detective wants to talk to him. We're just going to bring him down. And we'll bring him back. And my mom called down there 11:30, 12 at night, Fort Precinct. That's when it was on green.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, hey, you going to let Rob go? I said, oh, no, he's for 2 attempted murders and this and that. And he's going to go. She's like, what? So when I came home, she's like, oh, my God, I'm sorry. I'll give you up to the police. That'll never happen again. Just tell me. I said, you want me to tell you what I do? You want me to tell you what I think the police are looking for me or not? You know, ever since that, we always had a good relationship, but ever since that, it was like, I know sometimes she just shook her head like, oh, my God, you just told me that. But, you know, I got a very good bond with my mother.
So what was adolescence like growing up? 12, 13, 14 years old. Where were you at that point in life? You know what I'm saying?
Banging big time.
Banging already by 12, 13
Yeah.
years old.
Shooting shit up already. Yeah.
Shooting shit up. Fooling.
Yes.
Who taught you that?
Shit, really? Us? Or, you know, I ain't gonna just say me, but
Yeah,
a lot
yeah,
of us, we
yeah,
learned.
yeah.
You know, we learned shooting in the basement.
We were raised like wolves on some real shit.
For real,
you know?
man. We learned shooting in the basement, shooting in the alley. We taught ourselves. It ain't just one person, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We taught ourselves, you know.
And, you know, in Southwest.
Until this day, I got locked up. You know how I always shot a shotgun?
Huh.
Hip wise.
From the hip?
From the hip.
Like old Jeffro Bodine
From
or
the hip.
something.
Bing, bing. I never had it like they do it like now, like
Yeah,
rifle.
like in the movie
Always from
Color.
the hip, right here, bro. You know,
Yeah.
and they, you know, ever since I see it on TV, they're like, "Oh, dude, do it wrong." You know.
But
Mike,
it worked.
always
Yeah.
from the hip. I don't know.
Well, you kind of tall, man. You know what I'm saying? So my shoulder is your hip. You know what I mean?
For sure.
No doubt, man. But so like I know like back in the days, bro, like when I was growing up, You know, we used to live over there on West Grand Boulevard between Bagley and Verner. And at that time, you know what I'm saying, that's when a lot of the gangs were migrating from Chicago, you know, the Cobras, the Latin Counts. And then we had a lot
already
of
had the 25th
Cubans,
boys there.
the
The
25th
Cubans.
boys, the you know, the Bagley boys, the Stiletto,
Yeah.
you know, all the
Wrecking Crew.
old schools, yeah.
Yeah.
And what was I gonna say? God damn, I forgot already. Shit.
You said when the gangs from Chicago.
Oh yeah, so then the Cubans came as well. You know what I'm saying? So when my
Cubans
mother,
always been here, bro. Cubans been here since the 70s, bro.
have they that long?
Yes. When they was running shit from the 70s. Cause when I lived on Ferdinand, I lived on Ferdinand. Right there on you know where the drugstore corner used to be, right there on the corner where they got, even though it's pushed back now, but it used to be on the corner right across the street from a movie theater.
Okay, yeah.
there across.
Yep.
Well, the Puerto Rican people family lived upstairs, and then there was a 3-way apartment. I don't know if you remember. Right behind it was a 3-way apartment. That was my whole family.
Okay.
We lived there. My aunt lived there, and then my grandma. And then my uncle lived behind it. So, yeah. So like
That was generational
Yeah.
housing there.
yeah. So I used to do YMCA. We're just out there every day.
Mm-hmm.
Clark Park every day.
Yeah.
Damn. What do you call it? La Liberia and the Boulevard.
Yeah.
There all the time. You
So
know what I'm
that's
saying?
like that's where I lived.
The Cubans, bro.
And
Back in the day, guys
so
don't know
my
Cubans
stepdad
was running
came.
shit.
He came
Especially-
probably about the early '80s. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that's when my mom hooked up. I got, you know, 2 brothers that are half Cuban. So I grew up with the whole Cuban culture. They used to have the whole Lafayette and Waterman, all them apartments. They
Yeah.
had like them four complex apartments over there. And, you know, so I grew up with the whole Cuban culture. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But even then, it was violent as hell because everybody was establishing themselves. Everybody became territorial. That's
Yeah.
when, you know, between the gangs, the drugs, and the power and everything, like, it was like a war in Southwest. But that's what it
always
took.
been. But it was mostly like fighting. It was mostly fighting, baseball bats, bricks, like whatever you get. I mean, guys pulled out guns, but that back in them days, you loved it back in them days because it was real fighting. You see men from men, you know, who's really about it. And it was never, oh, you had a baseball bat. Oh, he had, you know, it was unfair. Like, no, you whatever he came with. You know what I'm saying?
Like that movie, The Warriors.
oh,
They
I
had-
love my main thing.
Can you dig it?
My main thing, like whenever we got into it, I love when we all fight. Like we say we just like 20 deep or 10 deep, and we just get into another crew. I love that.
Like the socials
Oh
and the
my
greasers.
God.
The
Oh my-
socials and the greasers.
Man, bro, it's just
The
like
T-Birds.
yeah, that's when you find out who you really about. You know what I'm
Hell
saying? 'Cause
yeah.
you fighting, and then you turn around like I got punched by my brother a couple of times, probably Marty, a few other guys. Like when you fight, you just don't know. You know, you turn around, like, you know. But it's back in them days, it was I liked it that though.
No doubt,
You know,
man.
yeah.
So,
I mean, I'm glad I don't have to, you know. But I wouldn't have no problem doing it again. But I'm glad that's over. You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah,
I
I like
already
it.
know, baby. I already know.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, I'm humble. I'm peaceful. I don't even want no smoke. I'll tell a guy in a minute. I'm
Yeah.
straight. I don't want no smoke. But I'll punch you in your
That's
motherfucking
how I
nose
am.
quick.
I
to the
mean, a lot of
motherfucker.
people
You
been
come-
running their mouth.
You come into my space, dog. Don't come in my space.
A lot of
Don't
people been
disturb
running
my
their,
peace, bro.
Yes. A lot of
You
people
know
been
what I
running their mouth lately, so that's how I've been. I'm like, man, don't wake up a sleeping giant.
Yeah, man. Just be a giant.
Yeah,
man.
I'm the
know,
reason
just
you're
be a
probably eating
giant.
right now. The reason that you're working, you're having fun, you're having your old lady like with no problems.
Yeah,
Leave me alone.
yeah.
That's
no
all
doubt.
I ask.
Yeah.
That's all I ask.
Yeah, but you know what, man? I don't care what you do in life, bro. You always gonna have people who are applauding you, and you got people who are giving
Yeah.
you the middle finger.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes to people, man, it ain't no way in the world that you can please everybody, man. Because everybody, there's always gonna be somebody that got something to say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I would just say, man, live your life, man. Let them people live in their head and just keep living your life, bro. I mean, you know, we gonna fast forward a little bit. I mean, goddamn, this brother did 27 years in prison.
Yeah.
He deserved he got every right in the world to be able to just
Yeah.
come home and live his life. You know what I'm saying? But let's talk about everything prior to that. You know, how we got to that.
Yeah.
How the cash flow posse started, where the 2400 came from, where the teepee came from, the family nation, how all that started. Because I know everybody that's watching, this is the shit they want to hear. You know what I'm saying? They want to know the real shit from the legend Brutus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You the man, bro. You know what I mean? Shit.
But one thing that I will say, it wasn't just me.
Oh, I understand.
And
I know that.
I ain't gonna say that I'm no legend because it was just more than me that did everything. You know, I was never by myself.
But shit, you
Probably
did,
on a few things, but none of them.
shit, you
But
did
no,
a-
I was
you
never
did a
by
long
myself.
ass beard by yourself.
Yeah, true
nigga.
that. But I was never
You know what I'm
like,
saying?
you know,
No, I feel you. No,
it
I
was a
understand.
brotherhood for real. Like, you know, that's yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm never
doubt.
gonna take all the or none of that. Say I'm this, I'm that. I don't look at myself.
You
like
ain't got to
that.
take it like that, nigga. The feds gave it all to you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't whether you want to take it or not, nigga. They gave it to you. You know what I'm saying? They put it all on you. You know. But anyways, when did it all begin, bro? How did it start? When did it start? Why did it start? You know what I'm saying?
Man, I got so many different like days, years. I can't like
just
really,
like the beginning when you was like, you know what, bro, let's do this. Let's put this shit in motion. I'm talking about from how you got the colors to forming the body to coming up with the teepee and the family, like that shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because you gotta understand, like, and that's why I don't like. I be laughing when a lot of people says it was just this gang and that gang. Man, you had the Camel Boys was already established. The Young Guns, you know what I'm saying?
So we're talking about homegrown gangs.
Yeah,
we're
homegrown.
not talking about the gangs that migrated. You know what I'm saying? And you know, much love to everybody did their thing, but I'm talking about homegrown shit
was
that
already
was
there before
already here and
yes.
established, bro.
Yes, like the Falcon Boys, Cahalan Boys. What was they was Cahalan Boys, right? What was the Falcon Crew or Falcon? Yeah, Falcon Crew. You know what I'm saying? And you had to like Lafayette Boy. Like it was always like, and just how it is now on the East Side, West Side. You know what I'm saying? How everybody's back in the day it started with whatever neighborhood you from. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know everybody come and us. Like, you know, me and my brothers, and then we had friends, and we always was, man, there was always 6, 8, 10 of us, 12 of us hanging the day because, you know, we played sports, always there for each other. Then they had brothers and cousins, and you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it was always like, ever since we was little, like I said, it was always that family bond, like, you know, that brotherhood since it was young, before we knew what brotherhood was, you know?
So what motivated you guys to put a name on it? To say this is what we gonna be, this is what we gonna stand on. These are the colors we're gonna wear, and these are the signs that gonna represent us. Because you created a whole new nation. Like everybody's accustomed to the folks flying the 6. Everybody's accustomed to the Almighty with the 5. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody understand that, but everybody don't understand how the family nation came about. You know what I'm saying? It was a whole new nation that was created. Under God. Indivisible.
For sure. And like I said, man, I can't like really break everything down like
I understand.
word for word. But you got to understand, like, before we was cash flows, there was like, 12 of us? We was called Bad Boys Incorporated.
Okay.
We used to write BBI. I don't know if you
BBI,
remember that. We used to
I
write
do
BBI
remember.
everywhere. And then it was just, we said, forget that. But we just, you know, this, that. And then when we got with everybody else, like Fat Mark, Skinny, Money on them, one day they just wrote CFP on the wall. And they said it what it was, right? So I was like, that's pretty cool. So we're coming from, I want to say, I think it was Skinny Mark's house. We even lived by Patton Park, if I ain't mistaken. So we're walking up Verner. We like, man, it was like me, my brother. There was like 6 of us. Younger. So we get right there by the bank on English.
On English, yep.
Young guns just come out of the alley, a car, deep as hell, trying to jump on us. We square up with them, fighting with them. Packer, Ayala, and Sardine. Remember they?
I remember all
that.
that.
The brown and gray car. They pulled up, jumped out, put their guns on us, put us all against the wall. Then, you know, we had another instance with young guns. That's when we was like, man, hold on, man. We laying it down. This is what we gonna be. You know what I'm saying? And that's when we established CFP, but we was spray painted everywhere. A lot of people didn't know what it meant. So we didn't tell nobody. We just said CFP. So for, I want to say a year and a half, nobody knew what it was. So before we get to the family, a lot of people don't know about ICE.
Okay, I remember
ICE.
I remember seeing
we was
ICE.
ICE. We was ICE for like far as like a little group. You know what I'm saying? It was like a nation that all the older cats, the V West boys, wanted us to hook up with the Young Guns, the Camel Boys Incorporated, and what's the other one? What's the other one, Big? Man, it was. I don't know. It was one of them that didn't last long. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Probably. Well, anyway, so we was cool. We had a big party. Didn't last long. Yeah, Underground Syndicate, and then we got into it with the Young Guns again, and then we just, you know what I'm saying? That's it. We ain't. You know what I'm saying?
Ice.
Yeah,
As ICE. That
as
y'all.
ICE, because we was gonna. Even the Young Guns was with us.
Yeah.
So
what did ICE stand for?
Any City Enforcers.
Inner City.
And it was
Enforcement.
all these, it was young, you know what I'm saying, Young Guns, Camel Boys, Werner West Boys, and us.
Okay.
And then all that didn't last long. We told Camel Boys and the Werner West Boys, look, we ain't fucking with them. So they had their little thing, all right, F them. So that's what it was. So we rolled ICE for a little bit. Then what was it? 89 B? 88, 89 we formed family? 89. We formed family, yeah.
Okay. So the teepee. The teepee represents the family sign.
Yes.
Where did it come from?
One of the old school brothers, a lot of people don't know about him, named Lester McAllister. We nickname him Hair because his hair was crazy.
Okay.
Well, his mom was a big religious fanatic. And he got out of her sign and symbol book. And the family sign was in there. And it showed what it stood for, family. And then it broke it down. Half of it was man, half of it was woman. And then when it comes together, it forms family. And the circles is the children. What keeps, you know.
Okay. All right.
So that's dope. And then he brung that, and we, you know, as always, back in the day, it was
because it evolved.
It wasn't one person spoke. It was like, you know, we all had a.
So everybody was like, "Yeah, this is it."
Back in the day, it wasn't.
Family,
Yes, it wasn't one person, bro. Two persons. Back in the day, like I said, it was the brotherhood. We all agreed on. You know what I'm saying?
Doubt. So y'all got the CFP now. We got the family side. We got the TP.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where are the colors? How you get the colors?
Well,
what made
you're
you choose the
skipping. You're
colors?
skipping something.
Okay, well, come on. Give
The
it
hard
to
and
me.
dollar sign, the cash flow sign, was the first sign ever. A lot of people don't know that. The hard and dollar sign is the first gang sign that we ever had. Yeah. Then the family sign, all that other stuff came into fruition.
Okay. So, I remember the first time I met you guys. You know, I lived in Rouge, and at that time, that was all 9/8. You know what I'm saying? And 9/8 was just a Rouge gang. You know, everybody from Rouge was a 9/8. You know what I mean? And E-Course had Downriver Boys or Downriver Bloods. They were DRBs. And, you know, but it was more city gang type shit.
Yeah.
You know, there was really no gang signs. They wore a lot of, 9/8 wore a lot of Georgetown, stuff like that. And I remember hearing about the cash flows going on a campaign, you know what I'm saying? Recruiting all kinds of local gangs to be part of the family, you know what I'm saying? And I remember it was you, it was Quick, it was Fat Mark, and it was Gage and Shortstop.
Yeah.
You guys rode up on me in like a station wagon type deal. And as soon as I seen y'all and I seen y'all pull up on me, I tried to get the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? And you was like, "Little bro, come here, let me holler at you, bro." I'm like, "What up, though?" You know what I'm saying? You like, "Man, this who we are, man. This what we trying to do. Make it happen, put it together." You know what I mean? And then soon after that, bro, there was a gathering, and the 9/8 became, you know, part of the family, adopted the family sign. And, you know, the BOYZs, the Southwest Troopers, the Camel Boys. I'm talking about the Lokes. I'm talking about, GFLs and the West Side Troopers. And, and everybody in between. You know what I'm saying?
And a lot of people don't know this.
And these were all, the BOYZs, these were all just local gangs. You know what I mean? And, the counts were always thick. The counts were always powerful at that time. You had the Cobras, the X-Men, the D-Kings, you know what I'm saying?
These
and
little all brands, yeah.
Yup. And, you know, it was a war zone, bro.
Yeah.
It was a residential war zone back then. You know what I'm saying? Growing up in the late 80s and 90s, like shit got real, like I said. And but the family, when that came out, it was like a force to be reckoned with, bro. You know what I mean? This shit grew. I mean, bro, this shit went to Port Huron, Ypsilanti, Belleville. You know what I'm saying? And this shit started right on Green, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The 2400 block.
Yeah.
And to be able to expand, to network, to build branches. You know what I mean? Like, you know, that's pretty powerful. Yeah. You know what I mean? That shows leadership. You know what I mean? However people may look at it, negative, whatever it is, but that's what it was. That was survival. Yeah. It's easy for people to judge, but if you ain't walked in the shoes and you ain't lived where I lived and came up how I came up, you'll never understand. You know what I mean? You got to see it to believe it. But believe me when I tell you, you know what I'm saying? The brothers come from the trenches. Yeah. You know what I mean? And you know, you create an army, you know? And
well, we did.
Yeah.
Because it ain't just one person, two persons. It's like I said, a family.
And you know what I used to love and respect about your leadership, bro, is the fact that you were hands-on, bro. You were a mentor. You know what I'm saying? You were intimate with your family, with your people, with your brothers. You know what I mean? You would educate, you would teach them, you would talk to them. You know what I mean? Like you were a true leader. You know what I mean? And I've seen other leadership, people who just sit on the throne. You know what I'm saying? And reap all the benefits, you know what I mean, of being on the throne. And but you guys were very active, you know what I mean, and being involved, you know, with the youth, with the young. I was part of that youth, you know what I'm saying? When I met you and you was like, bro, I need you to come be a part of this, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah. And even though at the time I was flying my 9/8 flag, you know what I mean, it wasn't hard for me, bro. You know what I mean? Because when it was you, Gage, Cisco, and Pungy, and when y'all came to me and then came to Gigi, and we like, bro, you know, we was already getting money, doing a few things, Frog, you know what I'm saying? Frog's still around, man. Shout out to Frog, Cajun, you know what I'm saying? The brothers still, they family men now. They doing their thing, you know, everybody, you know, got they, you know, everybody's on their journey, you know what I mean? But, you know, just the part that, you know, because a lot of us youth, you know what I'm saying, didn't have, you know, male figures like that, you know what I'm saying, or at least positive ones, you know what I mean? And, you know, so to me, you, Gage, y'all brothers, Marty, like, you guys was the male figures that had impacted me. You know what I'm saying? Like you guys it made an imprint in my life. You know what I mean? And I felt genuine love. Yeah. I always felt genuine, you know, respect. You know what I mean? And that took me. You know, that made me make my commitment and took me on a long journey. You know, and you know, just the things that we had to do to survive in them times, bro. You know? Yeah.
I remember not too far after that at Big's house. Remember we had that big it was a New Year's party, B, at your crack spot. Remember we had boy, we had that whole apartment building filled up. That's what all you guys came through. That was a good night.
Listen, brother. I got so many memories of like Werner Stair, Pitt Stair, like I mean like the block party, that was epic. That was an epic event. Yeah. I think that was the same night they painted like the Virgin Mary on the store right there on the corner. And we
had to leave because they beat up the police. I had to pay the DJ. Then I said pay the DJ more to go down the west side. It was
so we had all the beer and all the kegs in the trunks of the cars. I mean, it was a live block party. Yeah, all you seen was blue flags, blue and black Fila coats. You know what I'm saying? And the DJs were on the bandos. You know what I'm saying? They were on the porches getting it. And I remember we had a stacking contest. Yeah. It was me, it was Burrito, and it was Outback. And we was all going crazy, bro. And in the end, I killed it. I killed it. I won. You know what I'm saying? But that was very memorable. You know what I mean? That was like an epic event. Nobody had done that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That was nice.
And then like that was back in the days when we were having house parties. Like I remember going to Clemente Hall, you know what I'm saying? St. Anne's Church in the basement. I mean, even like up and down Central. I think it was the what's the Loke Brothers stretch in Peanut.
Yeah.
You remember
do
them?
you remember when we used to go to
H-Town
parties
Shout out
or
to H.
halls, and then when the brothers start that chant? Do you remember the chant?
I don't remember the chant.
They used to be like, ain't no niggas like them cash flow niggas, cause them cash flow niggas be the craziest. And then and like I just start that off, or somebody start it off, and it just get louder and louder and louder. You have hundreds, and you know that's what man, it just be just shaking. You imagine just being in the basement or a hall or a club and just
And bro,
so many just
and the
shouting
cash
at
flows got so big.
it.
I mean,
what about the other one?
with-
Cash flow in your asshole.
Oh yeah, that was all day. Yeah, 24/7, 2 day, 4 life.
Yeah.
But the fuck was I saying? Fuck was I just talking about?
Talking about the parties and
Damn, bro, I had it and then I lost it, dog. God dang. But
come back to
anyways, it was just no, I was talking about Central over there. Yeah, we were talking about Peanut and them and their little spot, H-Town. He used to always be DJing everywhere. The GI Forum,
GI
you know,
Forum,
it's known as, what is it now? The El Bosque.
yeah, him and Solo, yeah.
So we had Lafayette
DJ
Hall
Edward.
back in the days, and we had the GI Forum. And I remember parties at that bitch live.
Man,
what about El Ray's? You remember El Ray's on
Lafayette Hall,
Lansing and
GI
Vernon?
Forum, every time that I could like never make it. Like every time that I'll go there or go to come in, they're like, nope, turn around or something happened, we can leave. Never been stepped in there. Mm-hmm. Never.
Damn. What about El Ray's? Do you remember El Ray's
Yeah,
that was
right there
on
by V
Vernon and
West.
Lansing?
Yeah. Bro.
Yeah. That was back in the days.
Funny shit. Nope, you ain't coming in here. It was funny, bro. Like a lot of places wouldn't let
So
me
it's
in.
crazy you say that because like my mom, you know, my mom was always tied into the Cubanos. So, you know, the Cubanos, they used to hold down El Rey.
Yeah.
You know, one, they got this, they got that. So my mom used to sell the weed at El Rey, you know, and the Cubans, they would protect my mother, you know. And so I always had the privilege of going in there and taking my friends with me. We get to drink for free, and they always used to let us go to the back. And that's when I was like, damn, like they're having live ass parties with DJs and, you know what I mean? Like it was dope, you know. And so I wanted to talk about how Count the Cash happened as well. Yeah. Because that was powerful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That was.
And
it's still, I mean, and it still is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what's going on now, but we still there with a lot of brothers on the CCN tip. A lot of new ones or old ones that's not with it, they not with it. But yeah, I mean, I got a lot of good brothers that are accounts. And I still call them my brothers. Just like a cash flow brother. You know what I'm saying? So, yes.
my whole family counts.
Yeah.
I'm the only one in my family that ain't a count. You know what I mean?
brothers,
But
man.
it's all love to them, you know.
Yes,
It's
sir.
always has, you know. But so how did we come about with the colors, bro? How did it come about?
Yeah, see, the blue come in because I was a big favor on that. Because I didn't want green. Hated green. Even though everybody voted for green and white because
Money is the color of money.
color of
yeah.
money. But, you know, I hated Cobras to the death of me. So they already had green. I'm like, we ain't green nothing. Well, no, they green and black. We green and white. No. We had like many votes of that. And that's when blue. You know, blue always been my favorite color.
Yeah.
Nobody had blue.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when we come with blue.
Okay.
Everybody, we voted on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we kind of like swayed everybody. Who won green?
Yup. Okay. So you had the
Green
colors.
and red. Who won green? What other colors are ain't gonna be no purple. Ain't gonna be no pink. You know what I'm saying? Burgundy's out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Teal blue, like the D Kings were for a minute there. That's what I'm saying.
Is
the
that
Kings
what they
started out
were?
with teal, light blue, teal blue. Then we was blue and black. Then they went to blue and black because, you know, they knew we was so deep. That's what my mind thinking. I don't know if it's true, but you slide in colors like us and then fake like you us. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's the whole
Times were hectic back then, though.
Yeah.
They had a little part of green, what they called the kingdom.
Yeah. That didn't last long, but yeah, they about to bid. But
You know, it's crazy because my uncle Gal, man, shout out to my Uncle Gal, man, my Uncle G. He lived right there on Beard and Lafayette, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's right in the middle of all that shit. And that's at the time when they was there. That was they shit.
Yeah.
And me and my cousin Jaime used to go over there all the time, you know. And Jaime, you know, he was Olivet. You know, he's an Olivet count. And, dog, it was always a problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, so how did the unity between the cash flows and the counts come about?
Well, one of our old friends, Cedro Garza, C-Man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, his family's living in the neighborhood, and, you know, we was good friends with him. He used to hang out with us, you know what I'm saying, before he turned account. So when he was account, and then, you know, but peace, and also, rest in peace, also, Big Bear.
Okay.
Big Bear, also Big Bear.
Mm-hmm.
When he was going out with Short's Aunt Connie.
Okay.
And so him and C-Man together and Shadow, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Shadow. That's a good brother, too.
Mm-hmm.
Man, love that brother. Anyways, make a long story short, they was like, man, why are we beefing with these? You know what I'm saying? They was talking about beefing with these guys. We're all, you know what I'm saying? So, funniest thing was I'm going to tell you something funny. I will sneak out, do whatever to go do hits, go do that, beat up people. But the day they had that meeting, you know where I was at?
Where?
Grounded.
Get the fuck out.
Grounded.
Hell no.
I didn't mess with mom. Police, I didn't care about you. Enemies, didn't care about you. But when mom laid that law down, boy, mom wasn't for no games.
Okay.
I was grounded, so I couldn't, like, she was right there. So it was like during the day, you know what I'm saying? Like 5, 6 o'clock, they be in that, you know. I couldn't be there, man, because I was grounded. Mom was on my ass.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That's why I used to laugh. I was like, man, I ain't scared about nobody but my mom.
Hell yeah.
Back in them days. She was that rule, bro, but that was funny. Then I remember another couple situations. They said, bro, where were you at? Man, we was coming for you. He was like, come in. I was like, man, I couldn't get out the house. I was grounded. It was funny, yeah, but
So, whose idea was it? Why did it come together? And, bro, that once we had the CCN, the Count the Cash Nation, bro, it was like unstoppable.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But like anything, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like anything.
Not to blame one person.
Mm-hmm.
C-Man went to juvie. A big Oso Bear got locked up. You know what I'm saying? And then, rest in peace, Shadow got killed. You know what I'm saying? And a few other guys, like, you know, started winning. And then Chocolate gets out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he had respect. We had respect for him, but I don't think he liked us like really, like it was. You know what I'm saying? Respect was there both sides, but yeah, but ever since he came home, it was, you know, I mean, it was always respect going both ways, but when all them brothers got locked up, you know what I'm saying? And she just kind of faded away. But we all the love for CCN was always there. And Jaime.
Oh,
sorry,
yeah.
Jaime, I almost forgot you. But Jaime was a big part of it, too.
Mm-hmm.
We always was at his house, corner on Lafayette, partying.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep, definitely.
He was always a part of it. He was like, when Taz got killed, we'd do a big party at his house for it. It was like, man, yeah.
I don't know, man. I just know that I seen some epic shit happen, you know, in the community, bro. And, you know, people may judge us to say, you know, like we're out here glorifying this shit. But the thing is, this is a true story. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about truth. That's why it's called Real Everyday People, because these are real people from the trenches, from urban communities who are telling their story. You know what I'm saying? Because what would you have done? You know what I'm saying? If you were me and grew up where I grew up, what would you have done? You never know what you have done. Yeah. It's easy to judge people when you're in a safe place. You know what I mean?
Imagine,
But the process
in
we
middle
had to
school,
go through,
high school, you walking to school, walking back to school, you fighting. So all you do is get with your friends and family. Oh, we ain't gonna let nobody hurt us or our family. So and that's how it was. And then it grew. Then nobody will say, hey, we're go gang members. We was neighborhood. We was, brotherhood. No one was a gang. And then when all this gang stuff come, we going to show them how it's done,
Azteca Hall used to be another place where we used to have big events at, big festivals. Yeah. And, I think it's sad and unfortunate that we don't get our Mexican festivals and Latin American festivals at Hart Plaza anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Why is that?
I don't know. I don't know if it was funding. I don't know if it was violence. I don't know what it was, bro. But I think it's terrible because, you know, that's what brought people together. I mean, we used to get people from Saginaw, Pontiac, like Latinos from everywhere. Not just Latinos, but people in general. But that was always like an epic event every year that people looked forward to.
And that's an excuse because you got whole ass techno
fest and
festivals,
you know, and all that type of stuff.
It's crazy.
Yeah, but you know what? They ain't bringing guns and knives. They're not fighting. Everybody's there. They're partying. They're, you know what I'm saying? Us, you get a bunch of people in there. We get drunk. Everybody get the fist fighting. You know what I'm saying? Then somebody gets stabbed and somebody gets shot. And then, you know what I'm saying? That's just how it goes. So, you know, but I mean, at the end of the day, man, that happens in any and every urban city across the state. You know, it ain't just us, but you know, we learn so much about life in prison, you know what I mean? So, and, you know, to the point where we're accustomed to systematic shit, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, and accountability, because that's what prison teaches you is accountability. You know what I'm saying? Make you responsible for your own actions and your own decisions. And just because you're in prison, don't think that it don't get worse, because it does. They got an answer for everything. You could be the biggest I don't give a fuck type dude on there, and they got something for you. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's sending you up to Barriga or sending you to Marquette and sitting you up there, or putting you in a hole and keeping you in there until they feel like letting you out. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's punishment upon punishment, and you're going to continue to suffer. So, you know, until you learn how to be able to think and how to become civil, at least know how to survive and move around.
That shit didn't bother me, man. I'll whatever. Give me a book. Once I get off my little lay down, I get my TV. Shit, my last 10 years, 11 years, I was in 23 hours lockdown.
I know, bro. I know. And that's right. You did 27 years altogether, bro.
Well, excuse me, not my last. I came home in 18, and then I went back to the federal joint.
Yeah. I mean, what was you home? 90 days? 100 days?
117.
117 days after what? You had 23 years in?
Crazy. You know what someone told me? I think, and you was another one of them when I came home. Someone told me, stop. You always count. You was one, and another person was like, stop saying, oh, I've been out these many days.
Oh, yeah.
Or
because you were calculating.
I came home and it was like, quit calculating shit. That's the past. Like, and I could never help it. That's all I always do it.
Because I came
always like, got 48 days in a wake up to come home. Like, I was that's how I'm used to. You know what I'm saying?
But I came home in 2019, and I was excited because I'm like, damn, I'm going to get to see bro. And by the time I got home, you was already gone again, bro. You know what I mean? And I was like, damn, I was sad for you, bro. You know what I mean? Because it was just, you know, it was unfortunate because I felt like you had already been through so much. 23 years at that time.
I know.
And then got banged by the feds, you know what I'm saying? And then,
funniest thing is, when I got this last shit, when I came home, I see Big. I was like, late, bro, see you in 5. Like, I knew I was doing time. But it was funny. And they kind of wanted to use that. You know what I'm saying? In the paperwork. Well, he tells his buddy on camera, see you in 5. I was like, that could have meant for everything. He said, I love you, bro. See you in 5. Well, you know what I'm saying? So he knew he had that, you know. But
man, tell us what it's like, bro. I've been to Marquette. I was in level 5. I was only there for 30 days. Yeah. But you did how many years in level 5?
Altogether, like almost 10 years.
10 years, bro. Yeah. So 10 years in maximum security.
Yeah.
What was that like, bro? I mean, what was that like for you, bro?
Well, it's I see.
And it was because of your status, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you were what? You were STG?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was 7.5
For those that don't know, STG is Security Threat Group.
Yeah.
If you're a gang member, an active gang member, they put you under the STG status and they take all your privileges away. And depending on your behavior, they can shoot you straight up to max and keep you.
They don't give a fuck if you. I was 7.5 years ticket free. And just because my name was coming up downstate in different prisons, or you guys was doing something at this prison, I was getting blamed for it. Oh, your name was mentioned in the letter. Or you this and that. They said you said this. Like, you know how people write people, well, Brutus said this, man.
Yeah, I already know.
They just kept using it as an excuse. But me, I ain't gonna lie. I like my solitude. I don't mind.
I mean, did you like it or did you just get used to it? You know what I'm saying?
There you go. That's perfect.
You just got used to it, bro.
Got used to it.
Because
you know,
you're a leader. You're a
Yes.
networker.
Yeah.
You like to shake and bake.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? Because
So,
as soon as they
yeah.
let you out of level 5 and let you into a level 4 where you was around some humanity.
You know what? It's exactly adapt. I just adapted to it,
Yup.
and what's my best situation? Because I look at it like this: if I'm gonna do prison or whatever situation I'm in, what do you would do? You want to live comfortably as you can. Oh, I could do this, maybe more comfortable. I could do this. You know, it wasn't much for me. I had my bed, toilet, sink. Oh, sink, toilet, and my TV. I didn't need
It was
much.
easy.
Yeah, it didn't need much.
And it was crazy because when I was in level 5, it was a lot of people who liked being there, bro.
Yes.
And as soon as their points started getting low, where they might transfer them to a lower level, they would act a fool and go to the
Yes,
hole for the
because-
next 90
Yeah.
days to 6 months just
Yeah.
to stay in max because they didn't want bunkies.
Max, yeah.
They didn't want to be in a big population.
True.
Like they became
Because
antisocial.
Max back in the days, it was good time. But in 2000, I want to say 2011, when they made a lot of prisons MRP programs, mental health programs, and they start sending these weird people in there, and
definitely.
man, mess Marquette up.
So prison became the dumping grounds for the mentally
Mental
ill.
health, yeah.
So
Horrible, bro.
so they were feeding lambs to wolves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it was across the whole state, just on different levels.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? But they're just sitting here dumping all these mentally ill people in prison, and then they don't got no sense of respect. They can't even comprehend the environment they're in. And we were troopers in there, bro. Everything with us was about space, was about was about respect, and it was about power. You know what I'm saying? And if you were in there and you was in the way, bro, you was getting ran over. You know what I'm saying? And these guys was pretty much dead to the world. They was like the Walking Dead in there, bro. A lot of them guys was medicated all day, every day. I remember I used to be a prisoner observation aide at Adrian Correctional Facility, bro. They had a whole unit of just mummies, bro. I'm talking about these guys was like the Walking Dead. They only come out to eat and then they go back to their cell, bro. They barely shower. They barely know their name. And they had me in there trying to teach these guys and facilitate life skills curriculum to them. And these guys sitting there with drool coming out their mouth. You know what I'm saying? It was just terrible. It was an ugly sight to see. You know what I'm saying? And for me, especially because I'm a humanitarian and I don't like to see people in a bad situation like that. But that was their answer to the problem is, just lock them up and put them in prison. You know what I mean? And then they started to boat us up when we got to tearing their ass up. You know what I mean? Because we didn't know how to handle them. You know what I'm saying? They came in there and we just got to doing what we know how to do. And then they started tightening up on us, and forcing us to conform to that, Yeah. Same thing with sex offenders, bro. I mean, there was so many sex offenders in there. They had to pretty much create a prison just for them. But on every compound, damn near, they had designated units. Yup, just for them.
1 or 2 units,
And that's was the thing too, is that exposed everybody because everybody didn't. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't know what a guy was in here for, you were gonna know now because every time you go to a compound, they mandatory had to go to them units.
The feds now, the fed joints. Back in the day, they didn't play that child molester. Now there's so many of them, sexual cases, predators. They got their own yards and gangs now. They're like, they ain't for no games either. You know what I'm saying? Like they walk around with knives, and because there's so many of them, they can't put them where. But they got to put them in prison. There's at Milan, there's over 400 of them. That's why everybody loves Milan because it's smooth, that little low. But people don't like it because there's so many, chomos or sexual predators there.
So clearly you had a lot of influence in prison.
Yeah.
So let's talk about 1997. That was the year that the Cash Flow Posse got hit with the RICO Act.
Yeah.
Okay. And this was the first street gang. The CFP was the first street gang to be hit with the RICO Act.
Yeah.
Okay. And, I mean, damn, we can only imagine how that came about with everything. Because back then there was a whole lot of shit happening, bro. You know what I mean? And so these indictments go out. I remember it clear as day. You know what I'm saying? And there was so many events that were prior to that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That brought about this big indictment.
Yes.
I remember one of the big things that got a lot of attention and was when Gage shot at the police at in Port Huron.
Yeah.
That brought up a lot of attention. Also, I believe there was 2 Albanian guys and a tracker that had got shot and killed by, I guess they were in the wrong neighborhood, didn't know where they was at, whatever it was, you know what I'm saying? And then all these things had got brought up in this indictment, you know what I mean? And you never know what you made of, bro, until them indictments come out. You know what I'm saying? Until you know, everybody's looking at 30 to life, you know? And you know, it was just unfortunate to see the ugly truth when people got to folding, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People folded, people that I never even thought would fold. I'm talking about the guys that was doing the most folded. You know what I'm saying? The ones that talked the most, that did the most, folded. You know what I mean? So, you know, we're talking about the rise and we're talking about the fall of the cash flow posse. You know what I mean? And, you know, for people, you know, even for you young people right now who are joining gangs because you think that that's the way of life, bro, shit is not sweet. I promise you. No. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's all love and it's all brotherhood, but there's also boundaries and limitations that people have that you might not know about. And that's important. You need to know about what them limitations are. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody don't want to go to prison. Everybody ain't gonna want to be held accountable for their actions. No, you know what I'm saying.
Everybody don't want to leave their girlfriend. Everybody don't want to leave their drug. You know what I'm saying? You got more people that are tell on you over drugs because they want they high, or they don't want to leave their girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? No. Or they just don't want to do the time period. You know, but that being said, it's not just us. Every crew, every organization, every drug crew, ain't one person. You go back to the mobs.
Every gang. I don't care.
Every hierarchy, someone's folding in that.
Biker gang, street gang, mafia, cartel.
Even in Southwest, look at this.
Yeah.
Just in the, last 5 years, look how many times the counts got indicted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Look at all these other gangs getting indicted. All these street gangs I never heard of before. Yeah.
But so, it's almost like every man for himself now.
Now, I ain't sticking up for nobody. You know, what happened in our crew.
Mm-hmm.
But there was only 7 of us indicted. How many was there of us? How many?
700.
How many of the main guys that was there? Now, when we get indicted, we get our thing. We couldn't get all our paperwork. This is before a lot of the deals went down. We couldn't get a lot of our paperwork because they were scared that, you know, houses already got shot, people got killed. They didn't want, you know, saying this and that. Paperwork. All right, they said, what was it, 600 or 700 people went in front of grand jury on us?
197.
Huh?
197.
And altogether, ambulance, they said it was altogether like 600 and something.
600 what? Witnesses,
the ambulance drivers, the police.
I remember.
They
watching
said like
the
all
news
together.
when you was in the courtroom and they was.
Well, that was the state.
You.
Yeah, that was the state.
When they was pointing at you, they put that shit on the news.
What I want to say this is, all them people went in front of the grand jury, and only 7 of us got indicted.
Well, you know what?
So you know, people are so quick to point a finger. Oh. He this and he that. Yeah, true enough. Okay. A couple brothers did what they did. True enough. I don't agree with it. I'm not, you know what I'm saying it's right or wrong, but what? Listen, I don't know. I wish I know, but what about all the people who went in front of grand jury to get us indicted? Where are they at?
Yeah. But that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying.
And
these were friends. These were people you grew up. These were brothers. These are people we did put in work together, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we should all been in the same place together because we all did everything together. But when it comes down to the end of it, you know what I'm saying? Like people out here, they can tell you what they want to tell you about love, about loyalty, about commitment, and for always, and que para siempre, que all this bullshit. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? When it come down to the come down and it comes to my life or your life, bro, people out here are folding, bro. You know what I'm saying? They are not. They are not going to lose what they got.
And you experience the same thing. I'm out now. Oh, I love you, or this, or that. But where was you all them years? My mom and stepfather and the bros that, you know what I'm saying, that got out of prison was looking out for me. All the guys that was out for years and years doing good never received nothing from you.
Mm-hmm.
Then most of, no disrespect to nobody, but most of you guys come to me for help. Motherfucker, I'm trying to get on my feet. And it's horrible. Remember, I wouldn't be out there long. I'm like, bro. Remember I told you we had a little talk? I'm like, bro, people are coming to me, asking me for help.
And this is the thing, bro.
I'm trying to get on my feet.
You want me to,
source of
influence, so people.
Hey, this person did this to me.
Utilize you. I tell people all the time, use me, but just don't abuse me.
Yeah.
You know what
I mean,
I'm saying?
I don't got no problem doing anything for them, but sometimes it irks me. Sometimes, like I just sit back and talk to a couple brothers, talk to my wife, and you or somebody, and then I just get back reality. But man, please, one thing, everybody, brothers, so-called brothers or friends, leave me alone with that fake love. You come with that fake shit, please leave me alone. Because I'm the same one who will put you on the floor with that stuff. And I will call you on it. So don't say shit to me. Don't say you're going to do something for me and you don't do it. Because a broken promise to me. No, never mind. But anyways, yes. I hate that fake love stuff, man.
You heard it, baby. You heard it.
I hate that.
No, yeah. I mean, no doubt about it, man, because, but this is
That's
the thing.
why the circle I hang with the circle
I ain't mad at nobody, bro. When I came home from prison, bro, I came with so much peace in my heart.
Yeah.
Because
Happy,
I came home because I said, you know what? Everything that happened to me was because I put myself there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody who lied to me, everybody that betrayed me, anybody who snitched on me, anybody that set me up, anybody that did any whole shit to me, I always stay solid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Smile on
saying?
my face.
But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, man, that's you. That's on you. It's not on me, bro, because
Yeah.
I know I did what I was supposed to do. So if I don't want them problems, I just don't engage no more. I'm not a part of that shit no more, so I don't have to worry about it because I already know I'm an expert. I know what comes with the shit. You know what I'm saying?
You read that shit.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. When I came home first time, I come home whistling Dixie. I had a smile on my face, having fun, going out every time. This time, happy. There ain't nothing can get me off my square.
But the thing about it, bro, is no matter what, bro,
I'm trying to win.
I never forget the fact that I went to prison for a murder case. Somebody died behind my actions.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know whose son, who uncle, whose brother is out there. Somebody could be watching anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I pray a lot. I got God with me. That's why I walk like a giant. And I had peace in my life. But at the end of the day, I can't sleep. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm definitely not the person that I was then. You know what I'm saying? Today.
Yeah.
And, if I was to die tomorrow, man, I'd die a happy man because I know every day I do my best to be my best. You know what I'm saying? And I know when I came home, a lot of people didn't know what to expect. You know what I'm saying? And remember how I was telling you about some people thought Chaos was going to come back home. That was my nickname, Chaos, with a K. And, so when I come back home, people thinking that's who they're going to get. A lot of people didn't know what to expect. You know what I'm saying? But I came home grown, bro. I came home peaceful.
I'm happy, bro. I'm proud of you, bro.
Focused, you know what I'm
Glad
saying?
to have you as a brother, bro. You good dude, bro.
No doubt, man. Oh, man, love,
Changed.
man.
I'm
Always,
gonna always
bro.
tell you, bro.
Even when we was on the inside, we was on the inside together. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? We
yeah.
was in two different levels, but
sir.
every yard we hit the gate, we building, we
Yeah,
politicking.
yeah.
They would not let me and Brutus on the same
No,
yard.
no.
I had too much influence. He had
Yes.
too much influence.
Remember the
I
day
was in
day
hole.
you was supposed to come on our
Yes,
yard,
that's
they
what
sent
I'm
me to
saying.
level 4.
I was in the hole. They would not let me in
Didn't
the hole until they put you in
Didn't
level
catch
4 to
no
let me
ticket.
know.
Didn't catch no ticket. He said they let me know you was on your way over.
Yup.
They sent me to the damn what do you call
Level
it?
4.
The warden, and almost like, hey, you're here for a review. We're sending you level 4. You shouldn't have been here. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I knew it. As soon as they told me you moved over the same day, I said, oh, they didn't want me and bro together.
There was no way they was gonna put us on the same yard, bro.
And then 5-6 months later, what happened to me?
So listen.
Oh my
I was just telling my wife, I said, baby, he didn't have no ticket. They had him in level 4, round unit, hardcore. That's hardcore level 4.
Yeah.
I said they tricked my brother Brutus, man.
Yeah.
He had been putting in to get downstate because you wanted to
Go
get
back to level
downstate, get
2,
some
'cause I was in
visits,
level
go to
2
level
there.
2.
Yeah.
They told you they were going to send you to level 2. Listen, bro, I was on the yard. When
Playing
you
handball.
came out with your property, everybody, the whole yard was clapping.
cheering,
The
yeah.
level 4 yard, the level 2 yard.
Yeah.
Everybody was clapping and cheering for him because they thought he was going to level 2. And then
They told
rotten ass administration sent you back to level 5, bro.
Yeah, put me back on SG2.
Told you they was sending you downstate to level 2 and then sent you to level 5.
Do you know, I swear to God, I still want to sue them, because if you get wherever you at, if they put you in SG2, they supposed to, if I'm in like level 4, level 2, they're supposed to put you in a hole, pack your shit, then ride you out. They told me I'm going to level 2, pack your I took my own shit. I said, oh, I can't believe it. Then they put the handcuffs on. I'm like, oh shit. They was like, oh, you're going to not Camross. What's the other one? Newberry or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, Newberry. They was like, that's where it's going. I'm like, okay, go to Newberry. Man, hour later, the sergeant comes. Indian dude, he was like, hey, Walker. I'm like, what's up? He come in. He's like, sorry, dude. I see that black box. I'm like, nah, man. He's like, yeah, man. They SGG too. I said, man, the counselor told me I'm going
That's
level
terrible,
2. Yeah, bro.
That's terrible. But you remember, see, this was the thing that they always told me and what made people like us dangerous.
Yeah.
They said anybody who can stop a war can start a war.
Yeah.
And that's what makes you dangerous when you more influential than them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like on Word, if we shot Word by morning, by breakfast, by lunchtime, bro, we could have that yard and everybody standing on that yard. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They seen you politicking.
Yeah. And that's
they
what
seen
they
you
said.
shaking hands, hugging people, politicking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That was one of the reasons they said I was bringing unity among the Latinos and the gang members. Yeah.
Listen, bro. It was I mean, it's powerful. We're not glorifying the negativity, but we're acknowledging the true leadership, the true influence that brothers like us have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't just people from our community. Yeah. We was out there with everybody, with every nationality, from every religious group, from every gang, from every side of town. Yeah. And they were saluting us on them yards. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They was breaking bread with us, showing us
and
love.
It wasn't like this TV shit you be saying. Prison is real.
No, for real. Yeah.
You got wars starting over a noodle. 25-cent Roman noodle. War starting over it.
No doubt, man.
Yeah,
but I'm just so
crazy,
happy, bro, that we made it through all that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, but even the experience after doing 23 years, coming home and just a bad decision, being in the wrong place at the wrong time. That's all it takes. One time, man. And and it's a wrap. You know what I mean? So, you know, my advice to you, you know what I'm saying, is if you on parole or if you transitioning and you trying to live a different kind of lifestyle, everything that you do has to coincide with that, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you trying to live a good life, you want to have a job, you want to get a car, you trying to get a house, you trying to get married, you trying to do things, you can't be hanging at the motherfucking bar with all the bros getting drunk and ready to get off into some shit. You know what I'm saying?
And I don't want to hear that it can't happen. Yeah. Because this happened to me.
Yes.
And I never thought it could happen, you know?
Yup.
I came home, found love, I'm working. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm mentoring people. Like, it can happen, man. And there's people out there that will help you, you know?
Absolutely.
Back in the day, we didn't have no help like that. You know what I'm saying? These young kids and older guys take advantage of this, man. So many jobs. Like, I hear everybody, I can't get a job. You can't get a job in Detroit, Michigan. Something's wrong with you. Like,
listen, man.
That's laziness. Or
shout out to my man Juan Ortiz and the Ortiz family, Jake and Josh. Juan, salute you, brothers, man. Much love to you, Juan. Thank you so much. So Juan, he's the recruiter spokesperson for the Carpentry Millwrights Union. He's already helping brothers getting out of prison. He's helping brothers get off the streets. He's training you. He's putting you in placement for jobs. Like, man, like he's really helping out. And you know, that's what the network is about. That's what building healthy relationships. And come to find out, you know, my mom and him and his family and my family, they all grew up together, you know. And you know, here it is, me and his son are in prison together. And you know, when I was way up north, bro, Juan Ortiz was bringing my mom, my kids to come see me way when I was up at Earth, you know, way in Kinchelo, Michigan, you know what I'm saying? 5-6 hour drives, you know, everywhere I was at. I've been to like 3 joints with Jake, you know what I'm saying? And his dad was always bringing my family. And, you know, if it wasn't for him, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like it would have been impossible for me to see my family, bro, when you're that far away, you know what I'm saying? We passed the Mackinac Bridge.
Yeah.
But, you know, we got through it, bro, and we here today, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, we still have to be mindful, bro, of not only the decisions we make, but about the decisions that the people around us make.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because they could be into some shit that could affect you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And impact your life in some way or another. That's why I tell people, be mindful of what your friends' strengths and weaknesses are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got friends who just like to get drunk and fight. If that's not what you want, then you got to stay away from that person. Deal with them when they're sober.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got guys who like to carry guns all the time.
Yeah.
Eventually something's going to happen. He going to get shot or he going to shoot somebody and you're going to be right there with him. You know what I'm saying? So think about that shit.
Or you driving, he don't tell you he got a gun on him.
Or he don't tell you the car stolen, or he don't tell you got shit on him, and then he ain't got no license, and you know what I'm saying? Just all that type of Mickey Mouse shit, bro. Who you're just sitting here.
That's why you gotta know who your circle is and who you're like. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Who has your best interest in it? And that's how I am right now. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what prison taught me, was circumstantial love and unconditional
there
love.
You go.
And that's why I came home like not angry or not feeling like anybody owed me anything. No. It was a life lesson. Yeah. It was a life lesson learned. I know who was who and what is what now. Yeah. And I had to learn it through suffering. I had to go through a lot of shit to obtain the knowledge that I know.
People that don't know me, was like, oh, look at this regular guy. He happy as hell. You know what I'm saying? They don't know me, who I was. If you just look at me, don't know I'm Brutus or Robert Walcott, this and that. You think, oh, I'm just a regular Joe, because I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? I don't walk around my mug tore up. Well, that I don't know of. Some people say I got a mean face, but I don't know. But
and you know,
both times I come home, bro, I was happier than a schoolgirl kid. You hear me? I was just smiling, happy, like.
So I know even when you first came out, you know, and we talk about this transition back into society, you know, everybody wants to know, is Brutus coming home? Is Robert coming home? Yeah. Who we gonna get when we get home? And that's when I told you, make a decision on how you want people to address you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you let them call you Brutus, they're gonna expect Brutus out of you.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If they call you Robert,
then
they know that you standing on Robert. You know what I'm saying? And because it makes a difference.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not only when people acknowledge you, but who Brutus represents.
Yeah.
You know? And like you said, a lot of people will lean on you because everybody know what Brutus can do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're aware of your power. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people want to draw from the well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's even more important to know, you know, who you got around you, what their intentions are, and that everybody has your best interests at heart.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Because right now, bro, with everything you've been through, bro, I feel like you should be in cruise control right now, man.
Yeah, I am.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, we coming home, we building lives for ourselves, you know what I'm saying? We building the life that we want, you know? And, but we endured a lot of suffering from that shit. A lot of our brothers did. Yeah. A lot of our brothers been in prison. There's brothers we still got who are suffering in there. You know what I'm saying? Free my brother Joker, free Dario, free Mike Banks, like all them brothers. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They're serving life bids. Yeah. I pray one day they all come home. But the reality of things is they might not. Gage all day. You know what I'm saying? Like these brothers are, you know, they could die in prison if they don't get a shot. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, so the shit is really real.
Silva, you know what I'm saying? He got 2 lamps.
Yep, 2 brothers, both brothers.
Solid C, that's my bro. I did mad time with him.
He was supposed to get out, and then they said the feds indicted him on some shit that happened in prison. Yeah, so, you know, if you guys are in prison and you guys are still doing this shit, the feds are still indicting people out here from the shit that they're doing in there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, you can't get away from the shit, man. You might as well get your shit together and pick another path, because if not, man, at the end of the day, man, that's what the results are going to be. You know what I mean? And the worst part about it is the ones who fuck over you is always the ones that you never think will. Yeah. You know? Yeah. I mean, my whole life, bro, I've been fucked over by the people that I love and trusted the most. Yeah. You know? And that shit could have made me bitter. That shit could have turned me into a bad person. But it didn't, bro. It made me strong because I understood that it was me. You know what I'm saying? You can't change people, bro. You can't change nothing that's going on. You the one that's got to change. You got to be the one to be strategic and know how to maneuver in this shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. My dog, man. Motherfucking Brutus, boy. So let's talk about life now, bro. Like, where you at with life? You did your bid. You fucked up. You went back. You came back. You know what I'm saying? So you got a good job. Like I said, shout out to Juan Ortiz. You know, you just got married. You know what I mean? You got a lot of positive things going on in your life, bro. You got good people, good support system. Shout out to all the brothers.
I'm just, you know, waiting for what comes. I'm trying to take it slow, but sometimes it's hard. You know what I'm saying? Everything can't be thrown at you, but I'm learning to be ride cruise control right now, you know.
And you know what, bro? The best advice, even though I know it's cliche, man, but at the end of the day, you just got to take it one day at a time, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Life is a process.
I'm trying.
It's a growing. We got to go through the growing pains. You know what I'm saying? It's like at the end of the day, we got to give ourselves credit, bro, because that's one thing I don't do. I'm my own worst critic. I'm hard on myself. You know what I'm saying? And I hate it because I feel like I deprive myself of the opportunity of enjoying what I have because I'm just wanting more and more and more, and I want to do more. I feel like I've accomplished so much already in the 4 years that I've been home. I'm like, I want to do better. I want to do more. I want to have more. You know what I'm saying? And then like when shit don't work out that way, it gets frustrating. You know what I mean? I just be so inspired by so many people. I just, like I said, people eat with their eyes, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm only human. I like nice things. I want to live a good ass life. You know what I'm saying? But it's like after a 17-year setback, bro, it's like, and them 20s, them years of being 20 and 30, bro, that's when people are living their lives. So by the time they're 40, they in cruise control. Yeah. I got out at 40, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I still want that life though, because back then I didn't even know what future looked like. I didn't know what life looked like. I knew I was living for the day because tomorrow wasn't promised, bro. Yeah.
Well, if I can say one thing though, that's talking to the people that are listening, our friends and family. If you have any friends, family, girlfriends, boyfriends, husbands that's locked up, even if you just write a few sentences, send them words, send them a card. Like, you don't know how much that'll do to you, a picture. I got a lot of family that love me, a lot of friends that love me. But these last 2 years, last 4 years, almost 4 years, 3 years, and like 9 months. Almost 9 months.
There you go, calculating shit.
I probably got like 12 letters. And most of it was from mom and them. You know what I'm saying? And I know homies, they gonna send money. That's regardless. But man, just a letter telling your homie, hey dog, thinking about you, or hey babe, you know what I'm saying? Because there's females that are locked up too. A lot of females are locked up too. So I'm not just gonna put it up on the men. But man, I'm just telling you, from a man's point of view, and I've been there, man, write your people that's locked up, your dad, your uncles, your family. I'm telling you, how it make it a better place.
You know what was crazy to me, bro? That I had family and friends who had the audacity to be mad at me because I didn't come visit them when I got out. I say, you some of my bitches. Yeah. I've been gone 17 years and I ain't had not a visit, not a letter, not a nothing. And you mad at me because I'm home and I ain't come visit you?
Yeah, then we got to wait for a while.
Man, you better shut your ass.
We have to wait for so long to come visit them. You know what I'm saying?
It's all love. You know what I'm saying? Like, but stop playing, man.
All the brothers you mentioned, Dario, Mike, and all them. I want to send a shout out to my cousin Jason, man. Keep your head up. Love you.
Yeah, my brother. I love you.
Yeah, man. He caught a murder case while he's in prison.
In federal prison. They stomped out a child molester. Yes. Stomped out child molester. 2 of them. Killed one.
And just because he rode with a guy that he was with. Because he liked this guy. Yep. So, you know what I'm saying? Love you. We're here for you. Never forget you. And just all the brothers that's locked up, man.
Yep. Me and Jay did time together. Shit. We was at Pugsley together, bro.
Even the guys I don't like.
He was another one.
Friends, man.
I was supposed to come home. I was supposed to tap in with him and you. By the time I got here, bro, you guys was both gone again. I said, God dang, bro. I couldn't believe it. Yeah. But, hey, we here now, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I can't be in a better place. Only better place is move and get a house. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Move out the neighborhood. But besides that, though, ain't no one can take my happiness.
My man, yeah.
I'm married. I'm in love with my wife. I'm happy. Like, I'm working. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's it. Got good friends, family.
That's it, bro.
That's it.
That's a good life right there,
yes,
man.
Sir.
You know, I mean, and coming from where we come from, bro, we weren't supposed to make it, man. They was trying to give us natural life bids, man. We supposed to be in prison forever or kill us. Yeah, we supposed to be dead, man.
We was in the streets, Lord knows.
You know, that's why I'm saying, like, I don't take shit for granted, man. Every day I wake up with a positive mindset. Yeah. I'm grateful for everything I had, and I want to live my life to the damn fullest, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, every day, dog, I want to be happy, and I just want to I just want to grow. I want to continue to grow.
Yeah.
You know, especially financially. because
because it's
that,
coming, bro.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
Good
life
things
is
are coming.
demanding, man.
Yes.
I don't give a fuck. We bend the corner right now. It's gonna cost us 50.
Oh my God.
We
Yes,
gonna want
sir.
ice cream, some gas money, a sandwich.
Man.
Somebody selling cookies. Some, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Me and my old lady went to, I don't know what restaurant or fast food place we went the other day. It was like $27. It was just me and her. You know, I'm like, God damn. Man, I'm like,
should've
I
went to-
said, did they say $27? He was like, I think so. I'm like, oh
at
my
White Castle,
God.
though. You know what I'm saying? You like
Man.
White Castle, you could throw a party with.
Oh, I'm like, when I locked up, shit, $10, we all eating.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. $10, everybody eating from White Castle. Shit, $10 to get you 3 burgers, a pop, and some cold fries.
Ain't no doubt.
But I tell you what, man, I love it though. I love being able to eat what I want to
Oh
eat because
my
there was a
God,
point in our
huh?
life, man. We
Yeah.
was limited, you know, to store items. You know,
I ain't gonna
what
lie.
mean?
Sometimes I still catch myself, like, you know what I'm saying?
I still do. I
Damn,
just
I'm
do.
hungry. I'm like, then I gotta wait on it. Then you sit there like, man, you can go to the damn fridge right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? I figure like meals gonna come to me. I'm so used to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, I can.
Man, I still be
know.
doing noodles,
Yeah, I be
meat
catching
sticks,
myself.
chips. I
Yeah.
still be doing my little prison dudes. Get me off craps real quick. You know what I'm saying? It's quick and easy.
Yeah, I did the for my wife and her nieces, nephews,
We did a big
and her
one.
son. I did a little nacho do. You know what
Oh,
I'm saying?
did they?
Yeah.
Did they like
She was
it?
like, get what you want, and she was so happy that I was gonna cook, right? So I did a little nacho do, and so it was funny.
Man, I remember the first one I made when I came home, man. I had the whole family, and I whipped up a whole. It was
Man,
a
that was
big-ass
so big. I
table.
seen that.
Oh, that was the one for H's birthday with Marty,
Okay,
Stretch, and
yeah.
Shortstop and everybody. That was a long table, bro.
That was huge. Yeah,
And everybody's looking like they confused because they see me putting honey on that bitch, barbecue
Yeah.
sauce, jalapenos, meat sticks. They like, that shit don't even look like it's until they eat it. They like,
Shit.
damn, it's sweet, it's
Sure.
sour, it's this, it's that, it's salty. It's like, use 5 different bags of nachos. I be whipping it up, bro. I'm
Yeah.
hungry now. I want something.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. Like, what, you know, what does the future look like for you, bro? Like, what is it that you want to do with yourself? Like, you know, at the end of the day, you know, what do you want the future to look like for you?
Man, I'm just trying to grow physically, mentally, and financially. Like, you know, I got a couple ideas, you know what I'm saying, but it takes money to, you know, to make money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So, yes, there's sky the limit. Like, something might come up tomorrow or the next day, but yeah, I'm just trying to win at all costs, man.
what do you think about the hood today, bro? Coming home and just seeing the hood
Yeah,
how it is
it's-
today.
bro.
I mean, even like it's crazy because the first
Yeah.
place I ate was El Nacimiento when I first came home. The
Yeah.
first night I came home, I ate El Nacimiento. I loved it. It's been my favorite restaurant, but more so, I'm like, damn, it's right here on Stair and Verner.
Yeah.
My hood,
Our
my
stomping
home.
ground, yeah.
Our, you know what I'm
Remember, it used to
saying?
be a party
This used
store,
to
a
be
hardware
party
store, then a hardware store. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just,
And then like I remember driving down Vernon and I seen scooters and bikes and I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
don't they know that this shit's gonna get stolen? Somebody gonna steal this shit? I'm like, I know they ain't got shit just laying around because
Yeah.
shit, when I was coming up, they was taking aluminum siding off your house.
the
That's
neighborhood
what the
looked just
scrappers and the
like-
dope fiends and
It looks good now, but I came home 2018. I couldn't like damn, neighborhood looks good.
man, these
You know
boys
what I'm
got
saying?
many mansions in the hood, bro. These
Yeah, like-
Mexicanos, though, they doing their thing, bro.
They're nice,
They
bro.
bought them houses, fixed them. They bought all them burnt down lots, fenced them bitches
Yeah.
in, started businesses. They got restaurants,
Yeah,
trucks. They
man.
got concrete company,
Yeah.
roofing company. Like, bro, you name it, they doing it. Landscaping, everything,
Yeah.
bro. And bro, that I mean, every corner you turn, bro, there's business. There's
Yes.
business popping off.
That's what I like,
Elotes,
man. Yeah.
paletas, taquerias,
Yeah.
tortas, like I seen this shit earlier in my life because I used to live in East LA. That was the first time I ever seen a taco truck. Then I lived in Chicago, so I seen a lot of that. But I always wondered, like, damn, why the fuck this shit ain't in Detroit yet? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, we was like late on that shit. But when I came home, man, in 2019, like that shit was everywhere, bro. And I loved it. Even the art,
Yeah.
the culture of art and the paintings and the murals. I was like, damn, because I had only ever seen that shit in Cali and Chicago. I never seen it in Detroit. And I love it, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love seeing the neighborhood like that.
Yeah. Yep.
You didn't get a chance to go to the Grand Prix, did you?
No.
No, okay.
I went through it like one of the days I was coming home. I was coming off the freeway, went up Jefferson. And I'm like, where I go? Well, you know, I'm trying to go the back way to go Jefferson and come up, you know what I'm saying, on 4th Street. He's like, buddy, you're in the middle of the Grand Prix. You got to go that way. That was Friday coming home from work, right? So I was like, had to go the long way.
Hell
It was funny.
no.
Then I told the wife, I'm like, I'm on this side flying. And then I don't know, next thing I know, I'm passing up Springwell's exit. And I had a man come up Schaefer, come all the way up Diggs.
Oh yeah, because once you miss that,
she was like, "What's up?"
Once you
like,
miss
Springwell's,
Springwells, you got to go all the way down
all
to
the way
Schaefer.
Schaefer. Then come. Yeah, it was funny, man.
Hey, you went for a joyride, man.
Yeah, that's what she said. Yeah, you should have been going too fast. I was like, no, I was on the left side. I said I was coming over, and I wanted this Daredevil. What was that? Evil Knievel. I wanted it, but I'm like, nah, I probably won't make it.
Hey, do you know when I came home, bro? I think it was a year or two ago. A guy jumped the damn bridge. Was it the Bayside Bridge, Marty?
Oh, that was
when the guy did the Dukes of Hazzard on the Bayside Bridge over there.
Hold on, I know who did that.
Yeah,
they were just telling me
man, they
that.
showed it on the news. The guy, they showed it on the footage. The camera, that guy, and he went over. He made it too.
I'll tell you who did that.
That's
I won't get
crazy,
in trouble,
man.
but I know who did that. Yeah.
Man,
That
that's
was funny.
wild, bro.
Yeah.
And I always thought about it, but I would never act on it. I was like, damn, I wonder what would happen if I sped up, if I'd
Because
make it.
you remember, we grew up with the Dukes of Hazzard days, so yeah.
Hell yeah.
Come on, Bo and Duke. They're always jumping over something, so yeah.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. I'll tell you what, man. One of the things I wanted to highlight about, when I was talking about Stair and Werner is just that how that whole hood was ran, you know what I'm saying? Like with structure, bro, from the apartments on Pitt to, I mean, like I was telling my wife, like, we used to have shit put up everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll have a pile of bricks there. We'll have a rifle here, a gun put here. We'll have mattresses.
Yeah.
You know
Grass,
what I'm
you pull
saying?
up the grass, guns are under there.
Yeah.
It's like,
I
just
seen pull some siding
pull
out
the
the house and
sidings
pull the
up.
brick out
Yeah,
and pull
brick,
this
yeah.
out. And we had
Lift up the-
ladders. We had
yeah.
ladders that you'd climb up to apartments and go up there.
Yeah, yeah.
Or we had debris, like if the police was chasing us
gangways,
through
yeah,
the
it
gangways, we
was-
could throw shit so the cops couldn't get
Yeah.
get past it. Like, bro, that was some kind of an intelligence, bro.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And we was young as hell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even like communities that they live in, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, these used to be my stomping grounds.
Yeah.
You don't even know the shit that we used to do in these
Yeah,
streets. You
yeah.
know what I mean? And like I said, it's not about glorifying it. It's just about the influence, the power, how, the structure, how militant we were at them times,
Yeah.
And I remember Marty gave me a ride home, bro. Marty, I think he had a blue van back in the days. And I think it was a light blue van. Was it a red
Reddish
van?
and burgundy. It was like a couple.
I never seen red then. I only seen blue. So everything was blue to me. Nah, bullshit. But yeah, it was the van, and I was like, and we was leaving that block party that
That
night.
van right there. If you wasn't with us, you seen that van coming. They was gone. They was running. You hear me? They wasn't running. They was on point because they knew what was coming. They see that van coming. That van, that blue Bronco, and then that blue Blazer,
yeah.
and then also the blue Thunderbird. They see that blue Thunderbird coming. They already know what time it is.
I remember that one, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Good times, man. But, Marty was a good brother, man. He took me all the way to Rouge, even after the whole party. I was like, dog, I got to go home. But, yeah, I got a lot of good memories, man. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, my brother Gigi, man.
Yeah.
And, all the other brothers that we've lost, man. Fat Mark, Q Ball, just, all these brothers, man. Just talking about it, just bringing back a lot of memories, man.
I got them. I got all their graves on me. I got Lolo, Fat Mark, Snoop,
Lolo for
Money.
sure,
You know what I'm saying? Iceman.
Snoop,
Yeah.
Iceman. That was a good brother too, man.
Yeah.
Last time I seen Iceman, I was with Frog and all them guys. It was at Hart Plaza.
That was
It
another
a
one. That
festival.
man, real good guy, man.
Yeah, Iceman was always
Iceman,
a good
man. He'll
dude,
teach you
man.
too. He was a good dude.
Yeah. Remember the Street Boys?
Yeah.
Yeah, back in the day, Square Boys,
We
Street Boys.
we still mess with Street Boys. They're cool.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
See them at the bars and stuff.
Yeah. It's
You know?
just
Shout out to Patchy real quick.
yeah, no doubt, man.
Little man, what up, dope? Yeah.
And just and these were all homegrown, you know what I mean?
Oh, we can't forget about Ramsey. Where you been?
Yeah, no doubt, man. But I just love the hood, man. Seeing its growth, you know what I'm saying? And Man, I was driving by. I was in a workshop today because I'm trying to change some policy. I'm trying to get a procedure implicated in how they do intake when people leave their respective county jails and they go through Jackson quarantine and they get evaluated. So one of the things that helped me when I went in and when I got out is that one of the legal beagles asked me if I had child support debt, and I told him I did. So he said, listen, you should write the friend of the court and write the front desk and tell them to give you a letter of proof of incarceration. That way you can send it to the friend of the court and they can stop charging you for child support. So I did that. And when I did that, they stopped charging me. So prior to me getting out of prison, like maybe a year or 6 months prior to me getting out, I wrote a letter to the friend of the court to forgive my debt, because I had been gone for 17 years. So they forgave my debt. Wow. And when I got out, I had a zero balance on my child support. So once I got a job, I was able to get a bank account. I was able to build credit. I was able to do all these things that I wouldn't have been able to do, because, child support, bro. I mean, it's hard enough right now coming, transitioning back into society, trying to get a job, trying to get on your feet, trying to buy a vehicle, get an apartment. First of all, you ain't going to qualify for it because, you got, child support debt, or if you got a felon, that's a barrier for you. It's a hard thing for people to get housing.
Let me tell you how they play me now.
I remember you were telling me.
They hit me on child support.
I just talked about your story today at the workshop.
They said I owed $62,000. So I went to the federal court. The federal court at that day, it was a job fair. They had job people everywhere. Well, they also had a lady with child support. So my parole officer was like, hey, you owe child support? I was like, I don't know. I don't know if they filed it. They could. They sent me letters, but, every time I got out, they never had a warrant for child support or nothing. He said, go over and ask that lady right there, give her your name, and she'll look it up. It'll come up. So she was like, yeah, you got a 91 case. She was like, but she said, they say you owe $62,000. I'm like, oh, yeah. She was like, if you sign this paper right here, we'll knock off $15,000. And so to break it down to like 38,000 and something, whatever she said. So I signed it, right? So I tell my parole officer, because he don't tell me to. He was like, oh, that's good. I get this job at Dakota. I was making, what do you call that? Yeah. The dashboards? Yeah. Well, anyways, so child support start taking out of my thing. So, okay, boom, cool. Then got fired, a little fired at that job. Well, quit fired. So anyways, stopped working there. So a month later, I get a job where I'm at now, construction. Why they sent me a thing was like, you write us, you owe $64,000. I'm like, how I owe $64,000? This started out $62,000. Now you said I'm going to owe $64,000. Their arrearage, whatever they said, their arrearage, because I owed this since I haven't been working, because I owed $297 a month I was paying. So they add all the month I missed, they added that up, and then they add their little tax when you miss. But when that lady did it at the courthouse, she was like, I don't know how they can get away with this. She was like, but it's on here. I got locked up in 96. Wasn't on child support when I got to prison. They started my child support 2001, 5 years after I was in prison. And you charged me all that money. You can't do that.
I told your story today in my workshop.
Wow.
I told your story today.
Yeah, so now I
said, this guy didn't even have child support debt. No. And they charged him years after he was in prison and started charging him for it.
That's why I'm like, I don't got money like that, but I'm like, man, they're telling me if you want to fight this, you want this, or like, right now, I'm like...
But see, this is what I want them to do. I want them to implicate the question, like when they ask you about psychiatric, about meds, about health care, about mental health and all that type of stuff, put in there, do you owe child support, yes or no? And if you do owe child support, to give you a written letter that says, give for proof of incarceration, and give you the information to write your county friend of the court to get them to stop from accruing the debt, because if you're doing
that's gonna add
5,
up,
10, 15, 20 years and you never do it, and then you get out and you owe $80,000 and you're like, what? I've been in prison all this time. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So all I'm asking for them is to do that, not to change policies or anything like that, but just to implicate that, because that'll help people, because people who don't have that information are doing all this time and accruing all this debt, and then by the time they get out and they're trying to get a good job and get, you know what I'm saying, and they're getting deducted all this money that's going to contribute to recidivism, because the first thing a guy want to do is like, man, I can't even live off this shit. I'm making $15, child support taking this. I ain't even got enough to eat, buy no car, save money, get an apartment. Man, I'm straight. I'm going back to drugs. I'm going back to robbing people. I'm going back to selling dope or whatever the fuck they got to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that. The system don't work. It's broken and it's got to be fixed. You know what I'm saying? But I just think that informing, giving people the information prior to going in, you know what I'm saying, in this intake is necessary to the well-being. You know what I'm saying? If we really talking about change and helping people get back on their feet, you know what I'm saying, and giving people a second chance, all that is included. And the only reason I say it is because I know what it's done for me in my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe, I don't know, bro. I'd like to get some more information, connect with some people, and maybe help you with your situation, bro. Maybe we can go down there, maybe write a letter or something, but we'll figure that out for you, man, because I already know that stuff can get discouraging.
Yeah.
You know,
I even talked to my parole officer, and he even was like, man, we'll see what we could do. You know what I'm saying? Because that's crazy. And he was with me. And that's why I told him, I was like, man, you was there when the lady said they knocked 15 grand off. Now that's not even, he's like, what? I'm like, yeah. I was like, need to holler at that lady for me, like.
But I don't even.
They say I owe 64 now. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, I don't even think you should be doing all that, bro. Because I mean, technically, they stopped charging you child support once your kid's 18 years old. Yeah. So if you was gone for 27 years, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like,
she just turned 32. And
I just believe that you were not in a position to.
I come home, she's 31, going on 32, and you're charging me child support.
Yeah, so that's.
And you were supposed to charge me child support once you're in prison. There's like. They charge you a little, but not all that.
But see, this is what I'm saying. If you write a judge or you go to the court or you do what you got to do and say, hey, I've been incarcerated, because they might not know you've been incarcerated for all these years. Yeah. And they'll be like, oh, well, we didn't know. You know what I'm saying? It could change something. But if you just let them do what they're going to do, then.
I ain't going to lie. I mean, a lot of people might think $300, but $300 a month is hurting me.
That's a lot of money, man.
That's hurting me, man.
That's a lot.
Then
of
I got
money,
a wife and a family. So that's, you know what I'm saying?
And then the expense of
daughter,
life, bro.
grandkids, all these grandkids, like, man.
That's what I'm saying, bro. But that's why I do what I do, man. You know what I'm saying, bro? I come home from work every day exhausted because I'm just out there trying to help come up with positive solutions to uplift.
So I'm proud of you, bro. You're doing big things, bro.
Thank you, man. Love you, man.
Love you too, bro.
Man.
Real.
For sure, man. I'm glad you're home. I'm glad seeing you in motion, taking care of your business. Yeah. I'm here to do anything.
I'm trying, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be fighting with myself sometimes, but I'm under control, you know.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
Little man in my head, you know, me and him be going at it sometimes, but it's
you got to though, man, because we done come too far, man.
Trying to check myself.
And we got too much to lose, bro. You know what I'm saying? We done made a lot of bad decisions in our lives, bro. And I can't imagine going backwards. You know what I'm saying? Because we always got to go the extra mile and fight extra hard, bro, to be successful, because we got more against us than we do for us. You know what I'm saying? So, just keep up the good work, bro. I'm here for you. Much love, man, to everybody, man. If y'all get a chance, go to YouTube, subscribe, share it, show me some love. July 7th, I got a summer bash coming up at 1211 Trumbull. It's going to be outside. It's going to be eventful. It's going to be family friendly. Got a bunch of dope ass local artists going to be performing, a bunch of dope ass local vendors that are going to be there. Come through, have a good time, man. Come celebrate life with us, it's just been a lot of violence going around the city lately, man. I already knew once it got hot, the heat make people crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just pleading with y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, leave the guns at home, for the kids, for the youth, man. You guys see guns, go the other way. Don't play with the gun. Don't give the gun away. Don't sell it. Don't give it to nobody. Talk to an adult. Keep your guns up. Keep away from the kids, because they out here killing each other. They out here killing themselves. It's sad to see, you know what I'm saying? And, I just, I just want to see everybody prosper, man, and live their life and reach their full potential in life, man. You know what I'm saying? Because, we live in a bloodthirsty society today, man, and it's unfortunate that the only answer to any type of dispute is violence. Has to be murder, has to be a fight. Somebody got to get jumped. Somebody got to get killed, man. Like, we got to do better than that.
Well, there ain't no respect no more, bro. Like, that's the main thing. A lot of people have more respect for a lot of people. It won't be as much. I'm saying violence is just going to go away, but.
Yeah, I mean, it's just sad, man. Leave the guns at home. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing to just walk away, man. It ain't nothing to tell a person that, you don't want no trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have a problem because I don't. Nigga, I got a family. I got a home. I got a whole life. I got a career, all kinds of shit,
yes,
bro. Not to jack my wreck off because somebody else is having a bad day, man. I just like to keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? But who I was before, I was very confrontational. You know what I'm saying? I'd invited all that shit into my life. And wasn't nothing good going to come out of it. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like, man, let's just live life, man. Go soak up the sun, go swimming, go enjoy some time, with your family, with some friends, do a little bit of soul searching, do some growing, come up with some ideas, pursue some goals, some dreams, something, man. You know what I'm saying? Because, life is truly worth living, man. You never know what you got until you ain't got it no more. You know what I'm saying? We got damn near over 40 years of time between, what was that, 25, 30, over 40 years between me and you, bro, in prison. You know what I'm saying? We spent half our lives in that bitch, and people wonder why we live the way that we live.
But I could say this though: for all that time we did in prison, we look good.
Boy,
besides these bellies, but we look good.
Yeah.
We eat out here.
We was leaders in there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shit, we knew how to. I never knew how to play chess, and I still don't, bro. But I knew how to move all them pieces on that yard, bro. I know how all them pieces move. You know what I mean?
Sure.
The yard was my chessboard. You know.
For sure.
But listen, man, love you guys. Shout out to my brother, LA Landscaping, Family for Life Promotions, man. All my people, man. Much love to y'all. Like I said, go to YouTube, look up El Nino Podcast, hit that subscribe button for me, man. Much love to y'all. Brutus, thank you for coming through, man, sharing the story. Much love to you, man. I'll see you guys next Monday. I'm going to keep the fire coming. July 7th, don't forget about it. Put it on your schedule. Be there, be square, man. Much love to y'all. Salute.